Welcome back to BTN Live and welcome to Columbus inside one of the cathedrals of college football. The Horseshoe, Dave Revson, Spice Adams, Jerry DiNardo getting ready to bring you Tailgate tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern here on BTN, preceding the game between Ohio State and Indiana. And it's funny, Coach, we spend a lot of time here, but this is the first year we've gotten a chance to be out of the studio and come to games, and there's just a different feel from when you're here in the summer, in the spring, in your case, to when you're here on the eve of a game.
It certainly is. Day before a game, coaches are running off last-minute tip reminders. There's signs all over what time special teams meetings are. Players are coming in and out. And Spice, a lot of recruiting going on. If you're a coach, you probably have a phone to your ear to keep up their talent around here.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I mean, it's just a great atmosphere. I mean, just us walking down the tunnel. I mean, as a player, I would get excited to hearing your cleats clack on the ground, hearing all the echoes of everybody screaming, and then you get out here in front of all of these fans. It's electric. I mean, do you feel it?
I do, and I'm going to tell you something. You're going to feel it even more tomorrow when the shoe is not so quiet.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It's going to be awesome.
Unbelievable atmosphere here. I thought it was a little weird that Jerry was one of the guys screaming in the tunnel on our way down, but you know, he was just trying to give you a little bit of a feel for what it was going to be like tomorrow. You guys have spent some time at the facility today. You were with Larry Johnson Sr., your position coach, and a very close friend of yours from the time that you were at Penn State. You were with head coach Urban Meyer. Interested in takeaways from both of you. I can start with you, Coach.
Well, during the week, Urban said that this is the best defense they've played all year, including Oklahoma. So I said, okay, Coach, speak at full throttle. So today when I saw Urban, I said, Coach, good to see you. He said, this is a really good Indiana team. So they have their attention, and they should. Indiana's an improved program and a more balanced team.
Yeah. And I got a chance to spend some time with my old ball coach, Coach Larry Johnson Sr., and we had a great talk. I mean, it was just like old times, and I think somebody was chopping some onions in there. You know, it was getting like that. You know, I started to cry a little bit. I held back my tears, but he talked about how Joey Bosa has left and went on to the NFL as well as Adolphus Washington, and there's really no drop-off in their defensive linemen. And he also talked about this is the quickest front that he's ever seen in his life.
So they have been fantastic to this point, leading the nation in scoring defense. As we flip ahead to the game tomorrow, you've got an Indiana team that Ohio State has owned. I mean, 21 straight wins against them. It's the longest active winning streak for any team against another in the Big Ten, and yet Indiana has given them close games here under Kevin Wilson. What are you watching for tomorrow?
I'm going to watch the Ohio State defense. I think that if I'm Malik Hooker or if I'm Marshawn Lattimore, I'm looking at the game Richard Lego had against Wake Forest where he threw 5 interceptions. And this is a game of rush and cover. And if those guys are rushing up front, as a defensive back, I'm jumping every route because I know they're going to get to the quarterback early and often.
Yeah, I think this particular game may have a little different look. In years past, when Indiana has made this a game, it's because they've been very explosive offensively. They're not quite as explosive this year offensively, but they're better balanced. They have a better defense, the best defense in Kevin Wilson's 6 years. So how does that match up with the way they've tried to beat him in the past? Not being as explosive, better defense, but Ohio State's offense is so explosive, I don't know that that's the best way to attack this team.
So even though they're a better team all around, it might not be the formula to beat the Buckeyes in your mind.
Yeah, because I think the defense has improved, but they're going to face maybe one of the best offenses, if not the best offense in the country.
Well, it should be a lot of fun. The Hoosiers trying to do something they haven't done since 1967. That's beat a top 5 team. They have never beaten a team ranked in the top 2. You'll hear the conversations with Larry Johnson and Urban Meyer and lots more flavor from Columbus, as well as a preview of the entire day in the Big Ten coming up tomorrow on Tailgate, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. But for now, we send it back to Rick in Chicago.